Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Wolf, and I'm doing a little special for you. I've done this in the past, but it's been many years ago. This is the #1 requested videos you guys have asked for, and this is how I set up cameras to professionally shoot paintball action videos. All right, so I'm going to give you the basic steps and how to set up your cameras while you're on the field to get the best view for your fans. All right, so if you want to start your own YouTube page, your Instagram page, your TikTok, this is the best way. Well, this is how a lot of us do it, including me, Alabaster Slim, Tango, Hedgehog. This is how some of the top guys set up their cameras so you can get different views in your paintball adventures. Got it? Let's go. Oh, subscribe! Please subscribe, hit that button, and say down in the comments other things you'd like to know about when it comes to paintball or videography or anything like that. I'm gonna do what I can. Let's go. So here we go. This is how you set up your cameras. Now, #1, probably most important camera is your helmet cam. All right. Now, old school paintballers used to do barrel cameras to shoot their videos and when they're playing the field. Now, the problem with barrel cameras is they suck when it comes to your fans watching. They're not fun to watch. Usually they're shaky, they're too loud, they're like going all over the place, your fans will get seasick, and just having a barrel camera alone does not make the fan or make their watcher feel like they're in the game. It's just your gun shooting, and usually it's not that exciting. So more importantly, you want your videos to look like a movie, or even better yet, a video game view, right? So you want your videos to look like a first-person shooter. The only other thing I love more than a first-person shooter view is third camera view, but that's a whole different story. Now, what I have is set up is on my camera, my goggles. This is my i5s, and the cameras that I use. A lot of people use GoPros. I personally, since day one, have used Drift cameras. All right, this is the Drift 4K. This is their newest, one of their newest out, and shoots in 4K. I shoot in 1080p by 60 frames per second. Some people shoot in full 4K. I don't do it because it takes up a lot of memory, and it's very hard to edit unless you have a super fast computer, and it takes up a lot of memory on YouTube. But the good thing about 4K is that the new TVs that are coming out, you can see in 4K, and YouTube is finally processing their videos in 4K, which means you're getting true 4K. They didn't do that in the past. In the past, they always dumbed it down to 1080. So now you can utilize, if you have a strong enough computer and enough memory, you can utilize a full 4K and make that happen. Now, I put it on the right side of my goggles. If you play with a hopper on top of your marker and you're right-handed shooter, you want to put it on the left side. Otherwise, your fans are going to be seeing the back of your hopper the whole time. Also, the i5 goggles come with built-in screws so that you can attach your cameras right onto your goggles. That is really cool. That's how advanced Dye is, that they know that a lot of you guys want to videotape what you do on the field. So they have a built-in camera screw, universal screw, that you can put on directly onto your goggles, which is amazing. And they also have the attachment if you use a GoPro, that you can also put it on here, which is insane. Now, GoPro users like Slim and those guys, they put it on the middle, and they have an attachment that goes up here, and the GoPro goes on top. All right, that's how they do it, and they do it well. I'm just showing you what I do today. Now, the cool thing about this is that my Drift camera, I can adjust my lens to turn. If I do put it on top, this will go sideways, and I adjust the lens to do that. But I don't need to, so I just adjust the lens to shoot from the top. All right, so that's how I do it on my helmet cam. Now, here's another big thing, is that the cool thing about my camera is that it comes with a remote control that I should have had on me. Oh, one sec, hold on. All right. Cool thing about my camera is that it comes with a remote control. so that when I'm running through the woods and the forest and you don't always have time, if you're in a firefight, it's going to be hard to reach up here. You got your gloves on, you're full of gook and everything like that, and you're trying to find it and click the start button and everything like that. It's going to suck. All right. So the cool thing about this is that I wear this on my wrist, and you guys have probably seen it in videos. It's a remote control for my camera. So when I'm running through the woods and I'm going pew 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 pew, I press that button, start button, and it's recording for me. So right, and I'll hear the bleep, and while I'm playing, I'm looking at my wrist, and it's blinking red. I'm not sure if you can see that in this lighting, but it's blinking red as it records. So I know every time I'm recording. And if I'm not in a firefight, I stop and save battery, save memory. And the thing is, when you're editing later on, after you're done, you don't, when you show videos, you don't want to show 10 minutes of you walking through a forest. You want to get into the action. You want your fans to be immediately in the thrill of it. And you don't want to show, you guys walking through the woods for half an hour. And it's going to be a pain in the butt to edit later. So when you're playing and when you're recording, try to start your footage just before you get into a firefight. It will save a lot of time on editing, and it will save a lot of time later on. Now, I'm going to show you another trick in a minute. When you start recording, what I do is, I'm going to show you with your gun camera in a second, but when you turn on your gun camera and your helmet camera, you're going to make a sound, or you're going to say something in your cameras like, this is Paintball Explosion Day 1, or you're making a loud sound like, that's what I do when I start, because when you go back to editing, you're going to use footage from different cameras, and when you want to line up the sounds, you're going to use that sound to sync, all your different views. So that's just a little editing trick that we've learned throughout the years. So that's my helmet camera setup. Remote control goes on my wrist. This goes on my head. Now let me show you my gun setup. Gun setup is a little more intricate. Now, the cool thing about this is my Diacell Matrix, my paintball marker made by DAM. I have 2 cameras. Some people even have 3. I think that's a little overboard. But I have 2 cameras set up on my gun. I have this camera, my other drift camera. This faces me. All right. So when I'm playing, you guys can see what it's like, what my expressions, you can see where I'm looking. Sometimes you can even see if I get headshotted, if that's a word. But that's why I have a camera facing me. And so you can get that extra cool view of Wolf as he's going at it. So again, the cool thing about this is that when I'm playing, I have this camera linked to my helmet camera. All right, so when I'm playing and I don't have time to reach over there, reach over here, I just go boop, click my remote control. All right, or I usually have it on this hand. I click my remote control and it starts filming. And it's the 2 cameras film at once. That makes it a lot easier to sync footage later also. And it just makes it a lot easier for you. Trust me, I'm saving you a lot of headaches. Now, my third camera is my zoom camera made by who makes this damn thing? Runcam. Sorry, Runcam. This is a 35 millimeter camera, and it's already zoomed in. All right, and I think it's zoomed in like 5 times or something like that. Now, the reason why I have this camera here is, even though I have a lot of drift cameras, and other cameras do not record when they're zoomed in for some reason. And also, if you try to zoom in after, which I found out like the first 5 years of my filming, if you try to zoom in after, when you get a hit, it's pixelated, it's not very good quality, and it just comes out crappy. So get yourself a Runcam zoom cam. This is the Runcam AS2. AS stands for airsoft because they're made for airsoft. But get the AS. This is a 35 millimeter. You can tell by the larger looking lens. All right. And this thing is awesome. All right. The only problem with it is that the battery time is horrible. The battery only lasts for about like an hour on these things. They're not made for being in the field all day. So what I also have is this on the side. This is a portable battery charger that I keep plugged in to the back of my zoom cam. right? So that's it's this used to be my this used to be a holder for my tactical light. So I just took that out and I found a circular battery charger and I plug it into the back of my Zoom cam, and then it lasts all day long. That's I'm trying to save you guys a lot of headaches here, because I had to figure that out the hard way. Also, Nightmare Preview gave me some ideas on how to do that and everything. So I have the backup battery into my Zoom cam to hold that battery to last all day long. And on top of that, made by Kill House Weapon Systems, I have the protector here. All right, this is so that I don't take a direct hit to my camera, which always happens. That's just the way of the world. Now my drift cameras, they can take a licking and keep on ticking. They take many hits straight to the lens and they're fine. All right, these cameras, not so much. You have to be a little more careful with these. So Kill House Weapon System has a little attachment you can put on your Picatinny rail, and this will protect your lens. Now I made it this way so that when it gets hit, it will go back, and then like if I keep it up the opposite way and make it stay still when it gets hit, that's the chances of this plexiglass breaking. So this gives a little leeway, so just like it will hit and go back or something like that, so that, you know, it saves it a lot longer. Now, another thing about this lens protector is that it's good for scopes, if you want to protect your scopes. Also, Alabaster Slim hooked me up with a thicker plexiglass. I'm not sure where he got it from. You can check on his channel. I'll put it down below in the comments. But he gave that to me, and it's a lot stronger than the one that comes with it. And they're pretty cheap apparently. So that protects your camera. This is your zoom cam up here. And next level, if you're risky, now you guys know I'm famous for breaking my cell phones in paintball games. That's what I do. I stream live on Instagram, Wolf Paintball, by the way. I stream live, and I have a phone holder here. This is brand new, and I put my phone in that, and I can zoom. It holds my phone upright, or I can put it on top, and it holds the landscape. And that's how I live stream. There's even paint in there from the last game where my phone got hit. But that's how I live stream onto Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all that. I have a phone holder on there, but again, beware of your phone getting hit, because 99.9% of the time your phone will get hit in the paintball game and it will crack. And they know me by first name at the Apple store because my phone breaks so many times. But this is what I do. I'm here to film the game for you guys, right? And I'm here to show the world what we do. So it's worth me, you know, having to get my phone repaired for a couple $100 if I can get you guys good footage. That's my life. So that's about it. And if you're looking at this, is my tactical light. All right, this is about 400 looms. This is a new one that came with its own Picatinny rail, so I didn't have to use this one anymore. And I got it for a great price. I'll do a special on that later on my channel, but I didn't want to take up too much of your time this New Year's. So that's about it. That's what you need to film your paintball footage. And yeah, that's the basics. Now, today only, these drift cameras are 20% off. All right, you can get the new, well, this one's 20% off. This is about $250, but you can get the basic entry level that still shoots in like 720. Amazing camera, strongest camera on the market. You can get it today from Drift Innovations for 20% off, which is like $80. That is insane. All right, so look down below in the comments. Share this with your friends if they ever wanted to film. Feel free to say down in the comments below. Ask your questions. I'll answer whatever I can. Please subscribe. Hit that like button. Facebook likes to see these videos get likes, especially if you want to show the world how fun this game is. Hit that like, subscribe, and show your friends this video if they ever wanted to film anything, especially like paintball or airsoft. New action special coming up soon, and please send in those top 5 videos, because we're having a new episode coming up of the world's top 5 kills in paintball. Got some really good ones, even from all the way from South Africa and Poland. Stay tuned. Have a great day, and see you in the tall grass.